We're live again. This is the Pick'em Podcast, Week 11. It's me, Schechner, and Gaelig.
Recurring guests because
Just a
we
little
don't know
info
anybody
about
else.
last week. Schechner went 6-8,
No. 5-9.
5-9.
Gailey went 6-8.
Gailey went 6-8,
Allegedly
and Mark allegedly went
7-7.
7-7.
Allegedly.
There is some controversy over the final verdict. Schechner texted us and said that he listened to the podcast last week and said
No,
that
today.
I went
We'll
6
find
8.
out. We'll
I'm
find
not
out.
doing
We'll have an
today.
update for you guys next week.
And I went 6-8, and then I came home and checked it, and I said I went 7-7. So we'll have a final verdict on that sometime tomorrow because we're doing the podcast tomorrow. Me, Sessa, and Hirschman.
Oh, I can't wait to hear what happens if the old man is dead or not.
Who's old man?
The old Chinese guy.
Oh shit! He might be dead.
Have you seriously not
No, I
heard
haven't
from him?
heard from him.
It's been like 3 weeks now.
Oh shit! Yeah,
Wait.
let me set a reminder to call him.
Is he just because you haven't heard from him in a few weeks, he might be dead?
He called me like when I was going down to Maryland and said, "Hey, you want to hang out this weekend?" And I said, "Oh, sorry, like I'm on my way down to Maryland." Like
And he was like, "Oh, I'm
he
about
goes,
to die."
"Oh, like I'm not feeling so well. Like I don't know when we can see each other again."
This dude's dying wish was to see you, and you blew him off to go to homecoming.
I didn't blow him up. I was in the car driving to homecoming. Like what was like, Arthur, turn around and drive me home? No, I mean, come on, let's be real.
Yes, you should have said yes. Driving
You
home.
lost out on the millions of dollars he was about to leave you.
Yeah, I don't know. He's got a little trust fund set up for me, I hope. And so what else were we saying? Yeah, the games. I think I went 7-7. Schechner, you want to bet on whether or not I went 7-7?
No, because I was looking at the games you sent me, and I honestly just don't remember. Plus, I was doing work while I was listening to the podcast, so I may have fucked it up. But I just refuse to believe that.
That
you
I
actually
am
beat us.
the ultimate winner.
Well, no, I don't want it to be that because then we will be tied from last week.
Ooh, I
don't
like
wanna be
it.
tied with you. I would rather be beating you.
Well, let me just delve into my degeneracy. Well, first, let me say, Gailey's up $15 from last week. He's, I assume, the big winner. Schechner, did you win anything?
No. No, I did not.
Gailey's
at
the big
all.
winner. $15. That's all it took.
I'll take it.
I
I'll-
lost.
3-0.
What were
I bet
your
on
three
two
bets
games.
with Schumacher?
Tampa +2, Jags +5.5, and
God.
Minnesota +3.
Why would he ever pick against Jacksonville, Minnesota? They cover like every week.
Well, because he's a Ravens fan, so I like this
He's
week.
come on, he's a Cowboys fan.
Well, he's both. He's more of a Ravens fan, I think, this year. They have the same record. They're both 2-7, but he'll always take the Ravens. So easy money. Picking.
I bet on Minnesota Vikings +3, and I
Yeah.
put $20 on them, but I put $50 on the Saints, and that did not.
So you lost 30?
Yeah, well, it was a little bit less, a little bit
told-
more than 30, because the payout was like 20 to win, 18 or something like that. It wasn't even money.
I think the only person I've told about my bets is Schechner. Right?
Yeah,
Gabe,
you
I didn't tell
didn't do so well.
Mark took the Saints. I know that.
Well, when we were doing the podcast last week, it was the Saints -1. And I was like, oh my god, that's unbelievable. We all picked the Saints, by the way, even the Redskins fan sitting across from me. So
Yep.
we all picked the Saints, so I said, oh my god, that's an amazing line. Let me throw 100 on it because I'm so confident.
Can we just talk about the fact
Hold
that
on,
we
let me just
all
finish
picked
my
the-
story.
All right.
Then 2 days later, I look back at the lines on my website, and it's now the Saints +1.5. So I was like, oh my god, +1.5. I have to throw more money on it. So I threw another $100 on the Saints. And then after that was settled, I was like, all right, well, I don't just want to watch the Saints game. So then I threw $100 on the Carolina Panthers, and then I threw $100 on a parlay. So the Panthers, of course, won. My parlay scratched because the Broncos suck cock. And then I lost 200 on the fucking Saints. Still up like 400 to 600 on the year. That's all that matters at the end. That's why I wasn't so upset.
We were so sure about certain teams last week that shit the bed. We were all in on. We were
Broncos?
all in on Green Bay. We were all in on the Broncos. We were all in on the Saints. They all sucked. We were like, "Oh my God, how is this even possible? Oh, these lines are." We all fucked up.
I wasn't all in on the Saints for the record. I just picked them because I'm never confident in the Redskins.
Spoken like a true bad football team.
I wasn't like, yes, the Saints are gonna roll on the Redskins. Gonna be so it's such an easy pick. I was just more like, I don't feel too comfortable picking the Redskins.
I think my best pick last week was the Giants.
Yeah, that was a good pick. That was a very
Other
good.
than that, my other picks sucked.
I thought my picks were very good. I thought that I might have been in the green, or I guess they call it in the black, when the week was over. Because I thought that I picked like most of the teams, besides the fucking.
I
Saints.
knew I-
But
I thought I-
whatever.
I thought I got three
We're
right.
too long about last week. On to the future. Don't dwell on the past.
Let's do future. Let's do it. It's been
I
like
guess the Thursday night game, which is honestly a pretty good game. Like I would watch this game Thursday night.
I'm
Like
gonna watch it.
these
Really?
teams wouldn't get you out of bed on a Thursday. This year they are. They're so evenly matched. We've got Tennessee at Jacksonville.
They're so
Line
poorly
is
evenly
-3.
matched.
Schechner looks very angry at what I just said, so I'll go to him first.
Yeah, because these teams both suck.
Jacksonville,
I mean, like, yeah, sure, it's evenly matched, but why would you want to watch this? It's like watching. I would rather watch a college football game.
they're so much more improved from like 3 years ago.
Yeah, I mean, I guess. I think it's a good game because they're division rivals. So that could be for the division. If Jackson-
rivals.
No, because if Jacksonville wins that game, I mean, Jacksonville can still win their division. That's how bad the
Oh,
Colts
yeah.
are.
No, Houston's tied for first place at 3 and 5.
4 and 5. They're
4
both
and 5.
Oh,
they're tied for 4 and 5. So if the Jags win and both those teams lose, the Jags could be tied for
It's a
first.
three-way tie for first place.
That's crazy.
So this game very much matters for them.
Yeah.
That's great. Football's pretty shitty this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, the road
Like
to
every team's
400.
kind of the same. All right, so Schechner, who are you taking?
Honestly, this is a really tough matchup. It's in Jacksonville. Jacksonville has bad. I don't know. I really like Tennessee. I think Tennessee +3 seems right.
Yeah. What do you think?
I'm taking Jacksonville. I just love I really like their offense. I don't know. I like Bortles. I like their receiver, the two Allens. I think it's gonna be a really high scoring game, but I'll take Jacksonville.
I agree with that. The over/under right now
Yeah,
is
I have to
43.5. I think they go over.
23.5?
No, 43.5.
Oh, I was gonna
It
say.
was 23.5.
Put the mortgage on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, let me just be clear that I'm taking Jacksonville. Andrew, when you're listening to this next week, when you're writing this down, I'm taking Jacksonville. So there's nothing wrong with your little account. But yeah, Jacksonville, I was just reading Jacksonville's covered the spread like 7 times out of the past 9 games against Tennessee. And Jacksonville's so good. I love Jacksonville. I think I might bet them the rest of the year. Jacksonville, Carolina, and Minnesota. Those have been the moneymakers this year. We're on to the next one. Washington, Carolina. -7.5 in Carolina. Gailey, this is your team, so you can go first.
All right. So I think I'm gonna bet against the Redskins again. Just
Didn't work for you last week.
The Saints defense is incredible. We've played horribly on the road. We're only good at home. I just think we make too many dumb mistakes like we did at the Patriots, and Carolina ends up winning by like 8 to 10. But that being said, the Redskins have proved haters wrong again and again this year, so I hope they prove me wrong.
What's the record right now?
4 and 5.
Oh, not bad. The Cowboys are 2
In the hunt for the
like
division,
7.
too.
So, no, the Cowboys are 2 and 8.
What?
2 and 7. Cowboys are 2 and 7. Yeah, it's a fucking joke.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you guys get Romo back this week. So.
I know. Well, I'm definitely picking them this week, but that's later.
Oh,
So what do you
that
think about
line is-
Washington,
That line is
Carolina?
ridiculous. We'll get there.
Yeah,
But-
ridiculous.
Ridiculous, especially for. Anyway, let's focus on this though.
Yeah.
Panthers.
Really?
Panthers.
See,
I
I was
love it.
all set to take Washington because they burned me last week.
I know, but I love Cam Newton. He got in trouble for doing his little touchdown dance. People were writing pissed off letters, and everyone's like, "Oh, how dare you celebrate?" And you know he's about to throw down some awesome celebrations. Just
he
to
has
rub it in
to.
everybody's
If he doesn't,
face.
he's a pussy, basically.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly. So
there's
that's
some,
what
like,
that's the
move.
only reason I'm taking them.
Yeah, I got to take Carolina just because I've made money on them literally every week this year. It's like when you play roulette. You got to let it ride sometimes.
Yep. Great logic. I love that logic.
All right, Oakland, Detroit. This is easy to be. I'm just taking Oakland.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
2.5. 2.5 is
I
nothing.
mean, Detroit played well last week, but the Green Bay team is falling apart.
And that's always a
Three losses
really big
in a row.
matchup. That's always a really big matchup. So they had something to lose. It's like when the Jets play the Patriots.
Dude, that's not.
Patriots are clearly
Did
a
you
better
see that
team.
stat? They had lost the last 10 seasons against Green Bay. They
In
got
Green
swept
Bay.
the last
In
10
Green Bay.
seasons.
Yeah, in Green Bay.
No. They had lost the last 24 games in Green Bay. They had been swept the last 10 seasons by Green
Seriously?
Bay. Yeah.
I didn't know it was that bad. I feel like
Insane.
that's always a big game. Like I feel
No.
like that game happens on Thanksgiving all the time.
It does happen at Thanksgiving pretty often, and the Lions always lose. The last 10 seasons they were swept. I guess because they went from Favre into Rodgers, and there's what was the last good Lions quarterback? What was that guy's name with an H? Joey Harrington?
Nah,
No one
nah.
knows.
I think it was Joey Harrington. All right, what do you think, Gailey?
I'm picking the Lions +2, right?
Yeah, Lions +2.
I don't know. I'm not buying the Oakland hype at all. I'm just not buying it. So I'm taking the Lions coming off the big win, and it's at home. They have a bit of a home field advantage. They'll get people to show up after they beat Green Bay.
I think they definitely have a home field advantage.
Yes.
But now for the game that actually everyone cares about.
Yeah.
This is Dallas-Miami as a pick'em. When Romo's coming back, did you see his tweet? Did you see his tweet?
No. What did he
Coming for
tweet?
championships. He tweeted out that
It's
video
crazy.
from...
It's crazy, but they could do it.
He's coming for championships. He is so hyphy. I mean, how this is a pick'em's absurd. I guess Miami beat Philadelphia. The Cowboys have a better defense than Philly. They have a better offense with Romo in.
They have a better quarterback. Even if Romo has one arm, they have a better quarterback.
I mean, Dallas is. This is my lock. We'll get into locks later, but this is like.
I agree.
I know I don't like betting on my team, but I might have to bet on this because this is absurd. I know that trainers agree with
And
me.
I was gonna say, like, I said it last week. I've bet against Dallas every week this year and won every time. This is the one game. I wouldn't go with that logic. I would take Dallas in a heartbeat.
Right? This is crazy.
I think
What?
we're
I
all
don't even
in
get the
agreement.
logic behind it.
Dallas
Yeah,
easily wins
easy.
this game.
That was the easiest one.
It's
do you
Romo's
even
hard.
have
Not
an
only do they
argument
win,
for
they
picking Miami?
probably murder. They probably murder Miami.
I think they'll murder them. What's the over/under? Do you know?
47.
That's about right. I wouldn't
Yeah,
take
well, I feel like Romo. I feel like Romo hits Dez 3 times in the end zone. I don't even think that's
it. Oh,
ridiculous.
that'd be
to say.
awesome.
I don't even think that's ridiculous to say.
Oh, that'd be awesome. Well, this is if the Cowboys win this game handily, then I'm betting on Dallas every game down. If they lose this game, I'm betting against them every game down.
Me
It's
too.
one of those turning games, but this is like, all right, coming out of the gate as a pick 'em, you take them.
Yep.
Next, we have Indy at Atlanta. Gailey, start with this. It's Atlanta -6 in Atlanta.
Indy at Atlanta.
Yep.
Jesus. 2 teams that are kind of falling apart. I might just go with Atlanta just because they're at home. Wait, what is it? 5.5 though?
-6 I got on Vegas.
Yeah, I see 6.
No, I think it's a low-scoring game. I'll take the Colts +6.
Really?
Yeah,
Do they both have good defenses?
I just think they both have offenses that have been struggling pretty badly. And then Will Hasselbeck's going to be starting, and
What's up with Luck? When's he coming back?
he's like a lacerated spleen or something. It's like a
4 to
lacerated.
6 weeks, right?
I mean, that's what happens when you don't have an offensive line. Like, way to protect your franchise quarterback. Fucking idiots.
Yeah.
Pisses
So
me off.
yeah, I'll take the Colts +6.
Colts +6. Interesting.
Yeah,
Check.
Falcons -6 all day here.
Yeah, I'm with
God.
Atlanta also.
Atlanta at home. They haven't been playing too well. But
Have they not been playing well? I don't.
They've
They
had
lost-
some really low-scoring, tough battles.
Who they lose to?
Blaine Gabbert.
49ers.
Oh, did they really? They lost to the 49ers?
Yeah. But it was at Candlestick. I don't
Holy
know.
shit, that's
It's
really
tough.
bad.
Yeah, but that's what happens though. You get a team from the East Coast flies all the way out to the West Coast, and
Yeah,
teams historically don't perform well when they fly from coast to coast.
Very true.
That's what I'm going to chalk it up to. So I think Falcons win by a touchdown here. Worst case scenario, the game goes into overtime and the Falcons win.
Then
on a
hopefully you
touchdown.
get the touchdown there. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm happy with Atlanta just because they've won me so much money this year. And Hasselbeck with no offensive line, come on. How can you bet against that? How can you bet for that? Scales.
Because
Next we got. What were you saying?
the Falcons have lost like 3 out of their last 4, I think, and their one win was like Tennessee. Like they beat them 10-7 at home.
That's crazy. What's happened to their offense?
Exactly. So I'll go with the Colts. They're a really cold team.
No, it just means they're overdue. The Colts are kind of cold too.
All right, I'm gonna make a note here.
It's a shitty game.
Smart with Atlanta.
Colts are
Well,
coming off a bye, aren't they?
If Atlanta loses this game, I'm picking against them next week.
Wait, hold on. Is Indy coming off of a bye week?
Yeah.
Oh, that's big. I only pick. I will
know,
pick
I
any
know.
team.
They both are. They both are. They both are.
Then I got to go Atlanta.
They
Then,
got
all right, I'm happy with that. All right, next we got St. Louis, Baltimore. Baltimore -2. This is I'll take this one first. I am 100% taking Baltimore -2 because St. Louis fucked me over last week. 100% Baltimore.
Yeah, I don't know what happened with St. Louis last week.
Oh my god! And they're switching quarterbacks. How can you switch quarterbacks?
I thought Foles is glass and he broke.
No. The coach came out and said, yeah, Nick Foles isn't doing it. We're gonna switch to Case Keenum. The fuck has Case Keenum done? He led a Texas team to the ground. All right, Baltimore. This is another bet the house on it. Case Keenum's not doing shit.
I'm taking the Rams +2. The Ravens just find a way to lose games, like look at last week. So they really do. And I haven't lost betting against them yet the last few weeks, so I'm gonna keep betting against them.
I completely agree with Gailey. I bet on the Ravens last week. I was hesitant when I bet on them. My gut is telling me that St. Louis is the team to go with.
Guys, you need to pay attention to this Baltimore-St. Louis game because when you're watching it on Sunday and you watch Baltimore win, you'll realize that this is the game where Mark's taking over you.
They can win. I don't care if they win. I don't care if they win, but they'll win by 1. That's fine with me.
All right, Schechter, this one's to you. Jets at Houston. Jets -2.5.
All right. Let me say something here. We've got extra rest. That's huge for me. It's a big factor. We were a banged-up team. You got Marshall was banged up. Yeah, Ivory was banged up. That was a terrible game. Absolutely terrible game. The play calling, I don't know if it was on Bowles or it's going to make me so mad.
Bowles got out-coached by Rex Ryan.
No, I don't think he got out. I don't think it was him who got out-coached. It was, I'm blanking on the guy's name. Our offensive coordinator, Chan Gailey. Gailey was the one. Gailey got out-coached.
Yeah, fuck Gailey.
What did I do?
No, I think, Bowles has to say, you've got 2 downs to get it done, make it happen. How they don't run the ball on 3rd down, we've got, not really the past couple of weeks, but Chris Ivory is one of the best running backs in the league. Give him the ball, you try and let him ground it out for a couple of yards. You do it 2 times. I understand we've got some of the best receivers now, too, with Decker and Marshall.
Yeah,
when you throw a ball...
Best.
Some of them. Yeah, they're up there. They're definitely up there. I challenge you to tell me that Decker and Marshall aren't in the top 20. And if you want to put together a list of who is better, I will gladly refute it with you next week on the podcast.
All right, I'll put together a list. Top 20, yeah, top 20 is probably...
They're 2 of the top 20. That's
I don't think
that's
either
awesome.
of them are in the top 10.
I would...
I'll put together a top 10 list.
Marshall might be
Let's see
number
how it
10.
works out.
Marshall might be number 10.
Let's see how it works out. Yeah, what do you think?
Anyway, so...
All right, Mr. Dear Jets. All right, relax.
The Jets are pissed off. Houston's coming off of a really big win, though, so that really sucks.
Really big one.
Really big win. And they're going to be fired up at home. And they're the division, whatever, they're in contention, whatever. This is a must-win game for the Jets, and they're going to win.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the. Oh God, this is tough. I just never know which Jets team is gonna show up. I don't know. I feel like I picked them last week just as they were at home. I thought they were gonna get the job done, but I don't know. I'll go with the Jets again. I'm just not sold on Houston. I think Cincinnati's gonna start being like the Bengals, and they'll make the playoffs, but they'll maybe go to the playoffs. I could see them going like 10-6 or 11-5, and then losing the first round again. So I think Cincinnati's on the decline. I don't think that was anything too special by Houston. So I'm not sold on them. So I'll go with the Jets.
I'll talk about Cincy later. I think Cincy just kind of fell apart in primetime. They're not really a team that gets a lot of primetime action. So I think that they were just kind of undefeated, all eyes on them. So I think it was more them losing than Houston winning.
I don't understand the pressure of going undefeated anymore. It doesn't make sense.
Much pressure.
It doesn't make sense. You don't need to go undefeated to win the Super Bowl.
Yeah, but that's why I think that once you lose, you play better. Once you're not undefeated, I think you play better.
As long as you don't let it spiral, but anyway.
Yeah, I think having a loss is better. Even though, let's go on a little tangent here. How fucking stupid was it when Herm Edwards decided to bench Peyton Manning when they were undefeated? Do you remember this or no? This still pisses me off whenever I see
Herm Edwards? That was Herm Edwards?
Yeah.
No, it wasn't. It was Tony Dungy.
Tony Dungy, yeah, they're
I was
same.
going to say, Herm Edwards was the
They're the
Jets,
same
and
fucking
I don't think the Jets ever had Peyton Manning.
Tony Dungy.
Almost for a couple of years.
He benched him when they were like 15-0 for the last 2 games.
Like 14, yeah, they were like 14-0. They benched him and they lost like both games, and they lost in the first round of the playoffs.
How fucking stupid is that?
They deserve to lose in the first. I mean, I get why he did it. I get it. Like
they wanted to arrest their star.
I understand the argument, but how do you? You're going undefeated. Your team's in a rhythm. They're rocking. Like, how do you bench them? Stupidest decision ever in football history. Football history. Mark it up.
Did you?
I'm taking the Jets also. By the way, I'm throwing that out there. I don't think. I don't think Houston's that good. I think it was more since he lost.
Yeah, exactly.
Next is Green Bay, Minnesota. In Minnesota, Minnesota -1. Crazy talk. Crazy talk. I'll let one of you guys jump on this first.
I'm all in on Minnesota. I can't doubt them anymore. Like they prove everything wrong every week. They're still underrated, and the Packers are falling apart so badly, so badly. So I got Minnesota by 1.
It's crazy that's even an option that you can pick Minnesota over Green Bay right now.
I've talked about this last week. I've bet 4 weeks in a row Minnesota has not let me down. And they're not going to let me down again. Green Bay slips even further, and the Vikings win this game.
It's crazy, right? Like, who could have ever thought that you can pick Minnesota over Green Bay?
Like, everybody's going to do it. You're going to do it too.
I think I'm going to do it too, yeah. But it's like, how's that possible? They're Green Bay playing Minnesota, a team that they've probably beat up for the past 6 times. Yeah, Minnesota's maybe.
It makes no sense. It makes no sense, but.
I mean, it does make sense. It doesn't make sense like 8 weeks ago, but it makes a lot of sense now.
Gailey, what's Green Bay and Minnesota's record? Do you know offhand?
Yeah, Green Bay 6-3, Minnesota 7-2.
What? That's blowing my mind.
Makes sense.
That's blowing my mind.
The Vikings are real this year.
Minnesota's -1.
No, it's Pick'em.
I got it. No, I got him at -1.
I'm showing Pick.
Pick'em. Well, then. No, I mean.
-110. Pick'em game.
On Vegas.
On Sportsbook.
I use Vegas. I'm going with Vegas. Vegas is an aggregate of all of them.
Well, we're gonna use Mark's line just because he's been using them the whole.
Yeah.
Using the whole
Check
time.
it. Use Vegas is an aggregate of all of them, so it makes it the most
That's
fair.
fine. This is just what I bet with.
Yeah. All right, we're all going Minnesota just because that's insane.
Yeah.
But have you watched a Minnesota game this year?
Yes.
Are they that good?
I mean, they get it done. It's not like they're good. it's not like they dominate every opponent like the Patriots usually do.
Yeah, yeah.
It's not like you know that they're going to win every game, but somehow they get it done.
I mean, Peterson's still amazing.
Peterson is still amazing.
I've seen him, but only on Red Zone.
Their defense is good too. Like their defense has been holding teams to just like a couple touchdowns last few games from what I've seen. So
I'm gonna let my emotion pick this right now. Actually, I don't like Green Bay. I'm taking Minnesota. I'm taking Green Bay. I don't like Minnesota. I'm taking Green Bay.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Strictly off emotion.
All right.
Green Bay. It just doesn't make sense. How can Green Bay not win this game? Doesn't make sense to me. All right. Next is Tampa Bay, Philadelphia. It's Philly minus 5.5, and it's in Philly.
So easy. I'm taking Tampa Bay plus 5.5. I don't care that it's in Philly. Mark Sanchez is starting. Tampa Bay plus 5.5, solely based on that fact.
Did you guys see the end of that game with Sanchez in? Were you
No,
watching that or no?
I didn't hear about it until, for some reason, because I was at the Ravens game, so I didn't watch any 1 o'clock games. So I heard about the ending. I actually haven't seen it, but apparently they were in field goal range. It could have just kicked a field goal, but Sanchez threw a pick in the end zone.
Dude, he sucks. Not like his first play in, he like throws like a pass to Jordan Matthews, and it was like the meanest throw I've ever seen. It was like he led him like into a defender.
That's Mark Sanchez.
The ball
though.
hits Jordan
That's just Mark
Matthews,
Sanchez.
and he just gets flattened.
That's
so
Sanchez,
mean.
though.
Really?
Thank you for further justifying my
Yeah.
pick. Tampa plus 5.5.
Yeah, it's so easy to pick against
Yeah,
them.
Tampa Bay. I hate the Eagles.
Why do you hate the Eagles?
Why? Because some of my family, extended family, are Eagles fans.
Are they from
They're
New
South
Jersey?
Yeah, they're South Jersey
I
people.
fucking hate New Jersey. You guys are fucking
And the
weirdos.
Eagles beat the Jets earlier, and that was
Like, pick one team to root for. You guys are pick what to call your ham and pick which team to root for. All right, figure it out. You guys need to get
outside of your own state. You can't even pick a team in your own state.
Fuck you. All right, we're all going Tampa Bay there. That's easy. Fuck Mark Sanchez. Next
Amen.
is Denver, Chicago. In the turnaround of a century.
Yeah. This is even crazier than the Minnesota one.
This is insane. This is absolutely insane.
And the crazy thing is that
Peyton
if
Manning,
Peyton was
you know
playing,
Peyton Manning is out. Peyton Manning is out.
I know, but if Peyton was playing, it might be like a bigger line. It might be like Chicago minus 3 instead of minus 1.
I don't know about that.
I'm taking Chicago.
Yeah.
I know that the Denver's defense is unbelievable, and I know that Chicago is Chicago. But Chicago, if you listen to Big Cat, they're the hottest team in the NFL. And I listen to Big Cat, so I'm picking Chicago. And Denver, I mean, I don't even know who the fuck their backup is. But I do know this. Peyton Manning perennially has the worst backups in the NFL. Always. His backups are
because
horrendous.
Andrew Luck was an awful backup. Just incredibly awful.
He wasn't a backup, asshole.
He was never a backup.
Never a backup, you piece of
No.
Did he
shit.
play 1 year as a
Nope.
backup?
Nope.
Fuck.
There's nothing about football.
He left, then the Colts won 2-14, and then they drafted Luck.
Yep,
Oh, suck
they
for Luck,
tanked
I
and
knew
got
that.
Andrew Luck, the scumbag.
Yeah.
All right, I'm taking Chicago.
I'm also taking Chicago, and just for the record, Brock Osweiler is the starting quarterback for the Broncos.
And he's a joke, right?
Yeah,
Probably.
they drafted him specifically to back up Peyton Manning. So
Peyton Manning has never had a good backup. I don't think his backup's ever won a game. I could bet money on that right now.
Yo, the Bears are still the Bears, and therefore I'm taking the Broncos.
I respect the pick. That was a tough game for me, but Chicago's won like 3 straight.
So what? It's the Broncos.
The Bears are going to win, baby. You heard it here first. Jeremy Langford.
Fuck
Yo,
up.
get out
Who
of
you
our
taking
show.
in Philly, Tampa Bay?
What was that?
Who you taking in Philly, Tampa Bay?
What's the spread?
5.5.
5.5 Philly. Minus.
Tampa. With with Mark Sanchez in at quarterback. Come on now.
Dude, you gotta be confident for your team.
Now, as they say on my favorite show, $1 Million Listing, you got to go with the money.
You're such a baggy. All right, next we got Cincy, Arizona. Arizona -5. What? Cincy loses one game, and they get -5 against Arizona? Crazy to me.
I don't think it's that crazy.
Okay, well then I'll go first. I'm taking Cincy 100%. This goes to my theory that once you lose a game, you turn it on. And Arizona getting -5 against a team that lost one game and was supposed to be the favorite to play the Patriots in the AFC Championship game. 1 week away, now they dropped just because they lost to Houston in primetime. 100% Cincy. Now they're playing at a 4 o'clock game, which is the easiest games to play. Cincy 100%.
I'm going to take, what is it, Arizona by 5, you said?
Arizona -5. It's in Arizona, though.
Yeah, that's tough. I mean, I'll take Cincy also because I think they'll either lose close or they'll win it. So I'll take Cincy +5.
Crazy to me.
All right, so here we go. Cincy has a short week. They played on Monday night. They got their asses handed to them.
They did.
Kind of embarrassing. It was Houston.
It was very embarrassing.
Now they've got to go and fly from Ohio, which is not terrible to go out to Arizona. They still got to go out to Arizona. It's not exactly the quickest flight. So they're playing essentially on the West Coast.
Let me bring this up before you finish. That's a very good point, and I do enjoy those tidbits, and I usually like betting on those. But there is a chance they flew to Arizona. Sometimes teams do that.
Yeah, they're flying. Of course they fly to Arizona.
No, they fly straight from the Monday night game to Arizona.
They played at home, dude.
Yeah, they played at home.
Oh, they played at home? Oh, okay. All right, continue.
So I don't think 5 is unreasonable. I think Cincy loses another one here before they get their act together.
I respect you taking Arizona -5 against a team that's lost one game. I respect it. I couldn't do it.
Yeah, I respect it too.
And this game, I think this game's actually a lot harder. San Francisco, Seattle, -12.5 in Seattle.
I saw -13 somewhere, but
You have to, I have it 12.5. These
Yeah,
games
I see 12.5.
scare the shit out of me. It's so many points. I never know what to do. So I'll let
give me
Gailey go for it.
Blaine Gabbert. Give me Blaine Gabbert and the 49ers all day on this one. I'll take with that many points. I'll take them all day with that many points. Plus
Really?
12.5.
I will 100% do that as well.
You would you
I
want
don't-
both of them with no points.
What do you mean?
Plus 12.5.
Plus 12.5.
Oh, I thought you were saying you would take them without the points.
No,
I
hell no.
said with those points. I said with those points.
Yeah, yeah. When anything's above 10, I like it. My mind turns off. I can't even think about it. I can't
So-
pick games above 10.
Seattle's not amazing this year, like everybody says they are, and like they usually are. And their 12th man is not really a 12th man this year.
Tied for last in the division.
Yeah, they're 4-5, and everyone still hypes them up and gives them like 14-point lines against teams that have lost one more.
Wait, so
or-
is this a division matchup?
Yeah.
Yeah. 12.5, too many points.
Yeah, for a division matchup too. Like
Way too many points.
Seattle will win this, but it'll be a close game. That is just an absurd amount of points. I'll take San Francisco all day there, even with Blaine Gabbert or whoever the hell they trot out there.
I was about to say, even with Blaine Gabbert, like, what the fuck? He got kicked out of Jacksonville. He couldn't
Yes.
even quarterback
Yeah,
Jacksonville.
but he got it done against Atlanta.
Yeah, I mean, 12. I always bet against points that's that high, especially with all the things you guys said. Division matchup. Seattle is tied for last place in the division that they're playing. in.
San Fran's coming off a bye week
I
too.
was just about to say that.
Oh, bet the house on this one then. This might be part of my parlay. All right, so we're all for San Fran. That's an easy one. Coming off a bye week, easy money. All right, KC, San Diego. KC -3.
This is a tough matchup.
I'll take it. I'm taking San Diego all day. They've won me a good amount of money this year, and Kansas City, I think, is getting too many points because of beating the Broncos.
Bronco, yeah.
Yeah, I don't like it. So definitely San Diego at home with 3 points.
No,
That's
I
easy
like
for
it. I like it.
Yeah.
I like it.
I'm taking Kansas City by 3. The Chargers have been another one of those teams like the Ravens that just find a way to lose games, like when they
It's true.
when they
That's so
lost to the
true.
Ravens. So the Chargers, they just find ways to lose games. All their games are close, but I don't know. I like the Chiefs. They're clicking. They put up a good amount of points against one of the best defenses in the league, and the
They
Chargers
dominated that team.
and they have one of the Chargers have one of the worst defenses in the league. So I'll take the Chiefs by 3.
All right. That's a big game, Gaylord. Maybe you can rub that one in our face next week. Or
Yep.
last week on Buffalo, New England.
This
New England
game
-7 in New England.
This game is very, very difficult to pick.
This game is the least difficult game to pick ever.
Nah.
New England has been murdering people, besides the Giants, but they always play close against the Giants. Besides that game, they've murdered everyone.
Define
the score
what's
last-
murder? What's murder?
Buffalo, New
More than
England,
7?
It's -7, that's it.
Yeah, but what do you define as they've been murdering everybody?
They've been covering the spread when the spread was like 14.
They didn't cover the spread against the Jets.
Fuck you, bring like facts and shit into
They
this
didn't
conversation.
cover the spread. They didn't cover the spread last week against the Giants. I don't
Yeah, no,
know.
I think the Giants were like the only game.
No, the Jets covered the spread.
All right, you go first. Well, no, I'll say it. I'm taking New England. I think that's too many points, and I don't think Buffalo's a very good team. Their quarterback is Tyrod Taylor. Come on, he was the third string on the Steelers, and you're telling me he's gonna go and beat the Patriots?
He was the second string on the Ravens.
Yeah, come on, get the fuck out of here. Tyrod
No,
Taylor is
I
not
don't think
more
the
than
Bills
7.
win this game. I don't think the Bills win this game. I think this game ends in a push at 7 points.
All right, so you're betting on push. All right.
That should be triple points, Vince, or even more than that. The odds on that are just insane. But
Yeah,
I think
fine.
I'm gonna take Buffalo.
Okay, I'll give you
+7.
triple points with push, but you have to only take push, so you get 0 if it doesn't push.
I mean, what's it gonna matter? The risk is definitely worth it there.
No, you have to give him. So you give him a loss. You mean you give him a
Yeah,
loss?
he gets a loss.
No, we're gonna pick to the spread.
Yeah.
It's gonna push, but I'm taking Buffalo +7.
All right, not man enough to stand behind your word.
It
All
doesn't
right.
matter who we pick.
I'm taking Buffalo +7. I think they backdoor cover in garbage time. The Patriots don't have Julian Edelman. That's a big blow to them, honestly. I know
That
It is
the-
what it is.
They literally have his twin brother in Edelman step up and play the position.
Amendola, but yeah,
Amendola,
that just shows how much of
Edelman replacing Edelman.
They're all the same fucking person. They're little white guys. Come on, what do you expect?
yeah. You kind of made your point there by like mixing up their names that they're the same person. So
They probably got Cole Beasley out there playing a fucking position.
But yeah, I think the Bills are just gonna backdoor cover in garbage time. So
Yeah, that's like real game. You're like talking like real gambling stuff. That's like backdoor covering. Yeah, all right.
I don't know. I'm taking the Bills +7.
All right, let's do locks of the week. We actually didn't get a chance to do this last week. I'll go first. Dallas, 100%. And my backup lock of the week is actually good. No, I don't want to do a backup. Let me just stay undefeated. Let me do Dallas.
All right, Gailey, go ahead. I'm pulling up the lines again.
Yeah, mine's tough. A lock of the week. I feel like I need to be more confident in what my lock of the week is.
You gotta be confident, dude. I've gone every single one right this year.
Is Dallas on the road?
Yes.
Yeah. Pick them in Miami.
Pick them in my.
I
yeah,
think
you
that.
have to take that. Dallas has to be my lock. Like,
You asshole. All right.
I have a backup lock, but I can't say it because there's no backup locks.
Yeah, it's just such a good That's crazy.
Yeah, that's the best game. Dallas.
If you want to take it too, that's cool.
No, I think I was trying to see if there were any other ones that I also thought were just absolute locks.
I mean, the lock's all about what you feel the most confident in, and it should have nothing to do with what we do.
The best one is definitely Dallas.
Dallas. Yeah. So all of us are locked on Dallas. Gail, you don't do parlays, right? Me and Chick and generally do parlays every week.
Yeah, I think this is my my thoughts on the parlay. The Panthers minus 7.5. Cowboys.
Of course.
The Jets. And
You can't bet your own team. That's so silly. So
No,
silly.
it's fine. For a parlay, it doesn't matter. If I were betting real money, then whatever. And then
Wait, what? Do you not bet real money when we do parlays?
oh, you guys are gambling real money? That's illegal.
Not in New Jersey. Oh shit. All right. Well, I don't really know what I want to do with my parlay yet, but I will. I'll send it out somehow because
Yeah.
I like having everything public. I like people knowing when I win and lose.
I have to figure it when we'll see what happens when the lines get a little bit closer to game time.
Yeah.
I don't
We'll
feel
post it. We'll post it on Norwich Family once I buy it.
NorwichFamily.com.
I was
Check it out.
about to. Yeah, shout out to NorwichFamily.com. Expect some emails from Mark at. Actually, this was something I was thinking about. When we get emails, do we want first names or do we want last names?
Why not first name, last name? First name,
Because
dot
I
last name.
feel like you will never be able to have an email that's Mark at whatever.com or like McCormick at whatever.com ever. So you have to take advantage of it when you can.
I agree. Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess that's true.
I would
So it's
want my last name for sure.
Last name? Yeah, like I couldn't figure out which one I want.
All right. Are we done?
No, I wanted to say, oh yeah, what do you think about
DraftKings.
Yeah, DraftKings FanDuel out of New York. I talked about it with Shaq now. What do you think, Gailey?
I mean, just like what do I mean, I think that
Well, do you play it?
no, I don't, but I mean, I think it should. Yeah. All right. If I don't play it, I guess
You know,
my
here's
it's like-
my stance on it is why the fuck should anybody tell me what to do with my money on the weekends? If I'm not affecting anybody else around me, who cares? If that's how I want to spend my $20, some people take their $20 and they go shopping with it. I want to spend my $20 gambling on games. Who gives a shit? I'm not hurting anybody. Let me play my damn game.
My thing is that the lottery is the lottery is legal and steals millions and millions of dollars from poor people every day, and that's legal, and that's dumbass luck, like the dumbest luck possible. Yet that does require some skill.
Zero skill.
Well, whatever. They both require zero skill. One's legal, one isn't.
No, I think there's skill to.
Oh no, my mistake. I think that. Well, did you guys watch John Oliver talk about daily fantasy sports?
Nah, I heard he went just completely
He
off
killed
against
it.
it.
You have to listen to it. He killed
will.
it. But during his segment, they said that of baseball, they use baseball because I'm guessing it's smaller in football, but of 91% of the winnings in the MLB daily fantasy sports were won by 1.9% of the customers.
Wow.
That's skill.
That's skill. Skill. We'll leave that with you. That's clearly skill.
Skill.
All right. See ya.
Bye.